On this day, 15 years ago today, on October 10th, 2010, also known as 10-10-10, TNA presented the pay-per-view Bound for Glory. Now, this pay-per-view was most notable for one specific thing that happened in the main event. If you know, you know, but I'm about to tell you. This was the pay-per-view that genuinely sent shockwaves through TNA fans because for the first time in his career, Jeff Hardy had turned heel. Now, obviously, this wasn't as big of a heel turn as like the Hogan one, where it was like sizably big in terms of like exposure. But this was big just in general because Jeff Hardy had never been a heel by this point, and people just didn't really want to boo him. This was also the run where many people knew Jeff Hardy as the Antichrist, and we got that like Jeff Hardy version of the TNA belt. That belt is so beautiful. And he was coming out with that theme song, Another Me. That's just another amazing song. The faction that he joined was called the Immortal, and it featured obviously Jeff Hardy and the other two guys that are on screen with him, and it also featured Abyss. It would also feature guys like Jeff Jarrett as well. It featured Bully Ray. It featured Kurt Angle, and just a bunch more people too. This was a very interesting time for TNA, and it definitely TNA around this time wasn't all that great. So I feel like they needed something to like really push them over the top. And I think Jeff Hardy turning heel was such a great moment for TNA because it gave them something to really rely on. Because TNA, now they just had somebody in Jeff Hardy who nobody really wanted to boo. Now this was the guy. This honestly, this heel turn, this was like that. I gotta say, this was really like that. So if you haven't watched this heel turn, if you haven't watched what the Immortal did when they were a faction, go back and watch it. It was a really interesting time. I think you should go back and watch it.